Hey guys, welcome to the channel, and today got a new toy. Got the Instinct 2, so gonna do a quick unboxing, do some dimensions, comparisons, and I'll put chapters at the bottom so you can kind of skip ahead if you want, but yeah, so just arrived today. I actually had the Phoenix 7 on order, and it was on back order, and then when this came out I decided to cancel and get this one instead, just because of the price difference, and I already have a Phoenix 6 anyway, so we'll see if I made the right choice. So let's get this out of the box. Best feeling in the world is taking the plastic off. And there she is. So first impression, super light. I need to get the Phoenix. So yeah, I mean, that's the first thing you notice about these Instincts. I used to have the Instinct Solar Gen 1, but this one is much better looking. So the Gen 1 Solar I had was a little boxy. This one's a little bit more like rounded out. It's more round now. The other one had kind of a straight line, kind of a little straightness here, and the bezel isn't as deep if I recall correctly. So now this does look a little bit more, closer to the Phoenix than it has in the past. I think the old one was a little boxier than this one, but yeah, much lighter. So let me, actually, the first thing I want to test is. Dropping everything here is some watch bands. So if you guys seen my video in the past regarding my original Instinct, I wasn't a big fan of these Instinct bracelets. This one does seem a little bit more refined, but I like the Phoenix bands more than I do the Garmin ones, or I'm sorry, the Phoenix more than the Instinct ones. So let's see if the fitment is still the same. And the reason for that, one is they're quick fit, and two is that you can lay your watch like that. This one kind of gets stuck like that. I don't like that. So let's quickly test that part out first, and then I'll get some calipers out and a scale, and we'll take some measurements here as well. Tough one. Okay. All right. So I've got the pins out. Okay. Moment of truth to see how these fit. Perfect. Perfect. So there we go. So, I don't know why, but I just like the Phoenix bands on here a little bit more. I do have a couple of my old Gen 1 bands as well, just to see. They look like they look pretty close, but you can kind of see the old one was a little taller, so we'll have to try that out later. But I do like the look of the regular Phoenix bands better. Let's just see how this one looks. Much lighter and comfortable than the Phoenix. That's always been my big thing with the Instinct. It just feels light on wrist. I mean, it's basically like wearing like one of these Casios, although this one's heavier. But let me get a scale out. Actually, let's first do some dimensions and see how we look here. Okay, so this should be a 45 millimeter watch. So let's see what we got here. So I'm getting 47, which is kind of interesting because I thought I had read it was going to be 47, but then they said 45. The box. What does the box say? They don't list it anymore. They used to. The Garmin devices always list the size, but let's try that again. Let me make sure I'm not getting a button or something. Let's go across kind of diagonally. Yeah, see, I'm getting more than 45, so that's interesting. Closer to 47, which is what I thought I had read was going to be 47. So that's interesting. Unless maybe they're just talking about the bezel. Okay, so maybe that's what it is. So bezel is 45. As you can see, I'm just kind of getting the bezel. But as you can kind of see, it does thicken out a little bit. So at the bezel, it is 45, which probably is kind of more important. Yeah, 45 at the bezel. But if you kind of go at the lugs, it's closer to 46 and a half, 47. So that's interesting. What about thickness? So let me make sure I don't get the heart rate monitor in there. So thickness, just a hair under 14. And if we go with the heart rate monitor in there, 14.6. So yeah, interesting on the dimensions. So the Phoenix is a 45, and it does look. If you look at them both, I would say this one does look a little bigger, but that's always kind of the perception because it's got a smaller kind of case. Let's get a scale and weigh these. Let's see how the weights pair up. Okay, so let's go with the Instinct first. 54 grams. Phoenix, 83 grams. Let's take the arrangement because I have it out. 91 grams. So this one is coming in heavier. Let's see if I have any other couple watches, other watches I can throw on here. Let's take a G-Shock Square. 53 grams. So yeah, basically the Instinct comes in right about the same as like a Square does. So yeah, that is it on the dimension front. So I'm gonna go ahead and get this fired up and synced to my account and see how this watch does. You know, I've kind of been back and forth between these. You know, I've tried a couple. I had the Phoenix 5, then the regular 6, then I got the Instinct Solar, then I went to the 6 Solar. So I kind of went back and forth between these two, and kind of off the cuff I just got it, so I didn't have any notes or anything to go off of, but just wanted to kind of quickly show it. So I'm going to do some training with it this weekend, and I'll probably throw another video out maybe at the end of the weekend once I've kind of used this and worn it for a day or two, and give it some better comparisons against the 6. All right, thanks for tuning in. So a quick follow-up. What's interesting is I feel like it's more visible. You know, so here's what's interesting. So here's them kind of side by side. You can kind of see that I feel like the Instinct, it feels a little bit more like legible. You know, and this is just, you know, in their kind of normal position. So that's interesting. I mean, it's a bonus. I mean, if you look at them kind of side by side, then these are both kind of just stock faces. So that's interesting. Like, as soon as I put it on, I kind of noticed right away that it was so much more vibrant. I thought maybe it was like the backlit was on, but then I realized it's not. It's just, that's kind of interesting. So let's see once the backlight goes off. So there you go. I mean, is it just me, or does it look like brighter, easier to see? Like this one I can see much more. Like this one looks like this one would when it's backlit. So if I check now, if I put the light on, now they look the same, right? Watch when this light goes off. But if I put the light on this one, there isn't much of a difference. Interesting. Yeah, I just thought I would share that because that was the first thing I noticed when I put it on, is that it just looks more vibrant on the wrist. Cool. All right, quick video. I apologize for kind of the unorganized content, but literally just took it out. So I'll be back in a couple days with a little bit more of an update on kind of first couple days of use, how it does. All right, thanks. Bye.